Question. Why do you think the Philippines gets left behind?
Babago at hindi nawawala. Ang classic favorite ng mga Pilipino, ang gobyerno. Next we're gonna do this year.
Jumaira Custodio.
Anika Buntigaw. Kim Luna. Today's Manor podcast is titled Help, I'm Still at the Restaurant. Mala Taylor Swift siya, right? I know, right? But behind these names lies a very controversial issue. Jabara, can you tell us how this will go?
Sige, sure thing. We created a form and asked some of you to answer the question. Why do you think the Philippines gets left behind?
Diba? Parang ang bigat ng tanong. Politics is the one holding us back according to him. Even Singapore has overseen this already since then. That is absolutely right. There are so many resources and potential here, but we don't get to enhance it because of the lack of opportunities and also how our government is. Grabe ang potential ng Philippines, but I guess we will never be able to fully reach that said potential until a decent leader will come and save us just like Singapore.
For our second answer, someone said, I think the Philippines gets left behind because of our strong attachment to old habits and traditions. Our traits like pakikisama and utang na loob show kindness and respect, but they sometimes stop us from speaking up and making real change. Our culture values family and unity, but it can also make us afraid to break away from what's familiar. The government's corruption and slow progress in infrastructure also adds to the problem. In the end, it's not that Filipinos lack talent. It's just that we hold too tightly on the past instead of moving forward.
Grabe, ang ganda nun. It's honest and real. Exactly. That answer hits deep kasi totoo naman, we love to preserve tradition and respect others. Which is beautiful, but sometimes it also stops us from calling out what's wrong. Yes, parang we value harmony so much that we avoid conflict. Even if speaking up could actually bring change.
And sometimes, it's not just about culture. Our system itself feels stuck. Parang kahit ilang taon na, same problems, same issues.
Totoo, infrastructure, economy, education. We always talk about improvement. Pero parang laging may kulang. Right. And if you look at other countries, they manage to progress because they embrace change, invested in education, and built accountability. Well, here it's like we have all the ingredients para mali yung recipe or minsan yung chef mismo yung problema.
Good one. But seriously, I think the heart of the issue isn't that Filipinos can't. It's that we're not given enough chances to.
Exactly. Many Filipinos are talented. Engineers, nurses, innovators. Pero kadalasan, they shine outside the country. That's so true. It's heartbreaking, no? We're known for being hardworking and world-class, but we don't always get the same respect or support here at home. So maybe that's why the title fits. Help, I'm still at the restaurant. We have been waiting to serve progress. Pero parang hindi pa dumadating yung order natin.
Wow, that's deep. So maybe it's time we stop waiting to be served and instead start cooking our own food, so to speak, by taking actions and making things better.
Next is the third answer that we will discuss. It is from Yuri Angeles. Personally, you really can't blame the problem on just one area of our country. However, for me, the main reason for the stunt in our nation's growth is the bad governance and the mindset of the Filipinos. Poor leadership has led to corruption, mismanagement of resources, and lack of long-term vision of national progress. At the same time, many Filipinos have developed a mindset of complacency, dependency, and lack of discipline, which hinders collective development. True progress will only happen when both the government and the citizens take responsibility and work together toward genuine reform, and change.
There's nothing better than accountability talaga, no? You're not wrong and it's not only one-sided.
Yeah, he has a point. As much as we can complain about the government, there are moments when we can do something about it, even without breaking laws.
It's a two-way street, but the people and the politicians have to look at the mirror and reflect.
Well, sa atin talaga nakasalalay ang pag-unlad, and not just a hero to come to our rescue.
After hearing all those answers and discussing everything, we realize why as the Philippines gets left behind doesn't have one simple answer. We've touched one issue such as like government corruption, the weight of tradition and a system that sometimes make us feel like we're stuck in the past or what we've been used to.
We also talk about how many talented Filipinos are forced to look for opportunities abroad, which is such a huge loss for our country.
It really feels like we're all still waiting at a restaurant, hoping for crackers to be served.
But maybe it's time for us to stop waiting. Instead of just sitting here and complaining, what if we start looking for solutions to make the changes we want to see?
Exactly. It's about finding our own recipe for progress, holding our leaders accountable, embracing innovation, and supporting one another.
Uy, grabe yung table 1, no? Nagpapainit agad ng laban. Totoo, wala man lang warning, biglang bumagsak agad sa katotohanan.
Pero teka lang, table 2 naman tayo ngayon. Ready na ba kayong mabusog? Magising sa katotohanan. Kasi this time, we're serving something a little more spicy.
Siyempre, ang topic natin ay ganun pa rin. Hindi nagbabago, hindi nababago, at hindi nawawala. Ang classic favorite ng mga Pilipino, ang gobyerno.
Pero seriously, bakit nga ba hindi makausad ang Pilipinas?
Alam ko na kung bakit.
Bakit?
Kasi traffic na nga, tapos yung katabi ko hindi pa makausad.
Uy, pero ayun na nga, with all that you were aside, we can deny it. We do have the potential, pero yung mga dapat mag-lead, busy pa mag-travel.
Travel yards?
Hi everyone! Welcome to Help! I'm still at the restaurant. I'm Cassandra Brales together with
Princess Nicole Oriel
Vian Maristela.
and Chami Pakinggan.
In this podcast, our goal is to inform, entertain, and inspire. We'll dive deep into the truths, issues, and tea behind why our country always seems stuck kahit ang daming pangako ng pagbabago. So game na?
Alright, game!
So we all know that the Philippines is a country that seems to be slowly growing, yet still stuck compared to other nations, di ba? Pero bakit nga ba? Like, what reasons? Bakit parang stuck or naiiwan tayo sa ibang bansa?
Oo nga no, parang kahit may progress naman tayo, hindi pa rin sapat para makasabay sa mga kapitbahay natin sa ASEAN. So, anong mga dahilan sa tingin mo?
Ang Pilipinas kasi ay kaisa-isang nabubulok na bansa sa loob ng ASEAN. At mukhang maiiwanan din ito ng Myanmar, Cambodia, at nakakayang isipin na napag-iiwanan na rin tayo ng Bangladesh. Kung hindi natin naayusin ang ating bulok sistema ng bunga ng 1987 Constitution.
Grabe, parang nakakalungkot nga marinig yan. Pero totoo kasi, parang may mali talaga sa sistema ng bansa natin.
A combination of factors has handicapped the Philippines and kept per capita GDP significantly lower than the best performing ASEAN countries. This includes high levels of corruption and self-perpetuating political and economical oligarchy.
So corruption talaga. Paulit-ulit natin naririnig yan. Yung mga nasa taas lang ang nakikinabang, tapos yung mga may hirap, lalong naghihirap, di ba partner?
Oo, tapos yung corruption na napapabalitaan sa flood control, di ba?
Exactly. In addition, there were low levels of investment in key economic infrastructure until Gloria Arroyo's presidency, which brought a much stronger focus onto the economy.
Oo nga, naalala ko rin yan. Doon nagsimula yung mas malalaking focus sa infrastructure systems. Pero parang hindi pa rin enough hanggang ngayon.
Tama. On top of all that, the Philippines has the highest rate of population growth in the region. Its population has more than tripled since 1970, while Thailand has very significant less than double.
Kaya pala parang kahit may mga bagong trabaho o proyekto, hindi pa rin sapat. Dumadami din kasi ng dumadami ang tao tapos yung mga birth rate problem pa sa Pilipinas.
Sa uli, may mga suliraning geographical din na kinakaharap ng isang bansang kapuluan na medyo hiwalay at kalat-kalat. Dahil dito, nagkakaroon ng Pilipinas ng kaunting kahinaan sa ekonomiya kumpara sa mga bansang nasa gitnang bahagi ng kontinente ng Asya. Siyempre, marami pang ibang bagay na nakakaapekto dito.
Yes, you do have point din talaga. Infrastructure pa lang ng transportation, ang dami ng kailangan asikasuhin.
Kaya nga parang ang dami talagang kailangang ayusin. But syempre, hindi lang dapat problema ang pinag-uusapan natin, kundi posibleng solusyon din para makabangon ang Pilipinas.
Baka posibleng isa sa maganda at posibleng solusyon ay ang pagkakaroon ng maayos at tapat na pamahalaan. Kapag nababawasan ng korupsyon sa Pilipinas at nagiging transparent ang mga proyekto ng gobyerno, mas mapapabilis ang pag-unlad ng bansa natin. Correct ka dyan. Kailangan din natin ng palakasin ng edukasyon. Kapag marami Pilipino ang may dekalidad na kaalaman at kasanayan, mas madali silang makakahanap ng magandang trabaho. Sa ganitong paraan, aangat ang ekonomiya ng Pilipinas at mas magiging matalino din sila sa pagpili ng mga mamumuno na tapat at karapat-dapat.
In addition, dapat din nating pagtuunan ng pansin ang modernisasyon ng mga infrastruktura, lalo na sa transportasyon at internet connectivity. Hindi lang Metro Manila ang dapat umunlad, kundi pati na rin ang mga probinsya.
Tumpak! At huwag din natin kakalimutan ang pagsuporta sa mga lokal na produkto at negosyo. Kapag dito umiikot ang pera sa bansa, mas lumalakas ang lokal na ekonomiya at mas napapakinabangan ng mga Pilipino ang sariling atin.
Kaya nga kung sama-samang kikilos ang pamahalaan at mamamayan, posible pa rin tayong makahabol sa ibang bansa at sa ASEAN. Hindi man agad-agad, pero unti-unti, basta may disiplina at malasakit.
Super agree. Sa uli, nasa atin pa rin yan kung paano natin babaguhin at papapagandahin ang kinabukasan ng ating bansa.
So yun nga, sa lahat na napag-usapan natin, malinaw na maraming dahilan kung bakit tila naiiwan ang Pilipinas. Mula sa sistema ng gobyerno, korupsyon, kakulangan sa infrastruktura, mabilis na paglaki ng populasyon at iba pa.
Pero sabi nga, hindi pa uli ang lahat. Oo, marami tayong problema pero may mga solusyon din. At nasa atin yon kung paano natin sisimulan ang pagbabago sa maliit man o malaking paraan.
Kung magtutulungan ng bawat isa, for sure, posible pa rin na umangat, umunlad at umayos ang ating bansa. Kasi kung hindi tayo kikilos ngayon, kailan pa? Tama. Kailangan lang natin ng tapat na pamumuno, disiplina, kaalaman at malasakit sa ating bayan.
Kaya ang tanong ngayon, hindi na bakit tayo naiiwan, kundi paano tayo ulit makakabangon. May kasabihan nga na kung gusto, may paraan. Kung ayaw, may dahilan o kasakiman. Hustisya para sa bayan at para sa ating kinabukasan.
Magandang araw sa ating lahat. Ako nga pala ang inyong host na si Brayden Nam. At kasama ko dito ngayon ang ating co-host na si Seb Simpson and Rian Dimasui.
Yan ang energy natin today. And syempre partner, we're so excited, especially to our fellow netizens, to share this special broadcast proudly made by the Group 2 of Grade 12 Amos.
That's right. We've put together something fun, meaningful, and worth-watching.
So grab your snack, sit back and relax, and get ready for our one and only podcast.
Grabe, no? Sobrang init ng usapan sa table 1 and 2.
Oo nga partner.
Well, before we start, I want you guys to think about this. Bakit nga ba napag-iiwanan ng Pilipinas? Well, hindi naman namin kayo masisisi kung nagulat kayo. But, yes, napag-iiwanan tayo.
That's right. Compared to other countries, the Philippines is getting left behind. Ngayon na alam niyo na to, ask yourselves why. Why is our country getting left behind? What's the reason? Saan tayo nagkukulang compared sa mga ibang bansa?
Baka, saan ba kasi ako nagkulang? Aray ko!
Okay. To get people's opinion and perspective about this topic, ay gumawa rin kami ng forms and it only state one question.
Why do you think the Philippines gets left behind?
Simple lang yung tanong pero mapapaisip ka talaga na, bakit nga ba?
Ano ba sa tingin nyo guys?
Well, if you ask me, and based on the answers of most of our respondents, probably ito rin yung sagot ng karamihan na nanonood ngayon. The government and corruption. Ang korupsyon sa gobyerno ang dahilan kung bakit kahit anong pag-usad o progreso ang gawin natin, our country is still left behind. Sabi pa dito, Philippines is one of the most biodiverse countries in the world. In fact, it is considered as a mega-diverse country. See? Ganun kayaman ng bansa natin. And yet, sobrang napag-iiwanan tayo dahil sa gobyerno natin. Instead of maximizing the riches of our country and building infrastructures, they use our money for their own desires.
Grabe naman yon. Harap-harapan tayong ginaganon na para bang...
Well, I can't disagree with you on that one, but hindi ba partially may kasalanan din tayong mga mamamayan? Because if we really think about it, we are the ones who give those peoples the power para gawin sa atin yung mga bagay na yun. Tayo ang naglukulok sa kanila doon. Lalong-lalo na kapag patuloy pa rin ang pagtanggap ng mga tao sa suhol. There are people who would rather sacrifice 6 years of the life of the people in our country para lang may makain sila ng ilang araw. Though, hindi natin sila masisisi. Poverty is one of the biggest problems of the Philippines.
Oops. Teka, baka kung saan pamawi yan. The reason the Philippines is left behind is like a cycle. It's like a snake eating its own tail. Naghihirap tayo because of the people in the government that we ourselves put in this position and those people steal from us. Steal what's supposed to be ours and because of the poverty reigns in our country and the cycle repeats itself. Diba? Parang walang katapusan.
And that's all. Thank you for watching.